Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. So, it's time to learn some more general notary. Let's get into it. Today we're going to be discussing a medical power of attorney. Now, this form will come into play when a medical provider puts it in writing that you can no longer make your own medical decisions. You would need to have someone in place that you would trust to make your decisions for you. We'll go ahead and get into this. So, this first page is just going to be important information about the document and all of the rules and regulations. You're going to come down here and you're going to need to sign today. You're going to need an agent, which is going to be the person that you're going to put into authority over your medical needs. Then you're going to need two alternates. So that'll be two people if that person is not available to make decisions for you. And then you're going to need some witnesses. So there are going to be a lot of people at this appointment, but it's going to be necessary. So here we're going to go ahead and start. This would be your name because you're the principal. So your information would go here, not you as the notary, but the person who has called you for this appointment, the person that's given away their power. Their name would go here, their address here, the city and the state, the person that they're going to be putting in charge. That person's name would go here because they are the agent. And the agent's information would go here. Their address, city, state, the agent's phone number, email address, all of that. You would come down further. Here, this is for the limitations. If you're going to be putting any limitations on this agent. So you're going to say they can do all of this except this one thing or these 5 things. Whatever your limit is going to be right here. And if there's no limits, then you're going to write none and keep going. So here, this will be your first alternate right here. This person's name, address, and phone number would go here. You would have a second agent just in case that person is not available. You'll have that person's contact information here. Next, down here, we're going to have where the original and the copies are going to be stored. So the first place will be where the original will be at. So some people have safety deposit box. If not, then you're going to write wherever the location of this document will be. So if it's at a certain address with a certain person's name, you'll put that information there. The copies should be at a separate location. And then you're going to write the person's name and the address or the facility's name where the copies will be held at. You'll come down further. Here, this is the duration of this document. So, meaning you can always revoke it, and then this would be null and void. But outside of revoking it, this will say whether you want to put a time limit on this document, whether it's a year, 5 years, 10 years, or if you don't want to put a time limit at all, you can just put NA. But if you do want to put a time limit, you would write that day when you would want it to expire, and the principal would initial and check the box here. Why would they do that? Because it says initial and check. So you're going to keep going. And down here, this is where the signatures are going to be. So here, this is the day that this document is being completed right here. So you're going to put the date, the city and the state. The principal will sign and print her name. The agent, the first one, will sign and print their name. And then both alternates will sign and print their names. So all 4 of these individuals need to be at this appointment when you're completing this document because their signatures are required. You'll come down further, and this is where your portion is. This is the notary acknowledgement. So as the notary, this is the part you will fill out. You're going to fill out state, county, the same date as all of the rest of the dates on the document, which will be that day. You will put the principal's name here because they are the ones that's still in charge right now. You're going to come down further and you'll go ahead and you'll sign your name here. You're going to print your name and you're going to write when your commission expires. And of course, your stamp will go here. Now, this is the last page of the document. This is for the witnesses. Now, this will be the first witness. That person would, once again, like everyone else, they're going to show you their driver's license just to say who they are. And they'll sign, print their address and that day, which all the dates on this document, all of them should match. And then you have the second witness. And after that, this document will be complete. So once you finish this, you would give this to the person and they would store them wherever they deem necessary because this is their document. And that concludes going over a medical power of attorney. This is a little more in depth than most of the power of attorneys, but it's necessary. And no, you're not responsible for filling this document out, but it is good for you to know what goes where in case the family member have a question. You need to be knowledgeable of these documents. Alrighty, thank you so much.
Oh my mate, you made a permanent home in my head.